I am so glad to hear all these things from you, because it's a journey of a Kathak dancer. It is relating with so many spheres of life, different
True,
ways. It's
true.
amazing. I also would like to know, and I think all our audience also would definitely like to know that you have been connected with GD Somani School, and that is also like not 1 2 years but 7 years altogether, and you were imparting integral education. So
That's
please, could you please share your experiences regarding that with us?
Definitely. I always say that imparting those 7 years of integral education have been one of the best time of my life, and I have really enjoyed each year of those 7 years, because each year had given us so many opportunities, like a plethora of opportunities to work with children. For me, I just love being with children. So for me, working with them becomes very easy, because I love them. They are very affectionate. And what I've realized in all these years of teaching is, um, I think more than being their teacher, I end up learning so much from them.
Wow.
May it be kindness, humility, honesty, confidence, perseverance, which is a very important quality. As adults, somewhere in the process of our growth, we kind of miss these qualities in the process, because inhibitions come in, and the fear of making mistakes, of being embarrassed. But I think with again getting that opportunity of being with children, you kind of imbibe those qualities again from them. So that's how it becomes a very interesting part of um interesting part in my journey, in my life. So with them, I have really had a wonderful time. So let me brief all the viewers what the integral education does, and
Sure.
it is still prominent in parts of India. So integral education or conscious education comes from a particular system of education that it was inspired by Aurobindo's teachings. So
Okay.
it's very widespread in Aurobindo, and a lot of schools that have imbibed these qualities of Aurobindo's teachings. So what happens in this process is, first of all, it it just brings the conventional method of teaching on this side. So there is nothing that is formal in this. Okay.
Okay.
So even the classroom setup is such that there is no classboard for the teachers to write. There are no desks. There are no chairs. It's
Okay.
just a plain surface which has carpets, which has benches, which are at the child's level.
Uh,
So we as teachers also go down to their level and sit. There is no teacher's desk at all. There
okay.
is a blackboard or a whiteboard in class for children to use. So it is again at their level.
Oh.
So there is a library which is stocked with books. There are everything in the room is for children. It's their space. It should feel like, okay, this is where I belong and this is my world. So
Wow.
it's creating a world for them. And another interesting part of this concept is, when we were working with children, they don't call us teacher, they don't call us miss. They used to address us by our names, or they would call us Didi
Yes.
or Bhaiya. So it was a very friendly atmosphere, no competition at all. And it was a very conducive environment for not only children to grow, but for us as adults also, because it was all a two-way process. So anything that we were trying to instill in children, we made sure that we are experiencing it with them.
Ah.
So it was all a two-way process. So just to tell them that if you can do it, so do I. If I can do it, so do you. So
Yes.
everything was at the same level. It was all balanced out. So everything was mutual in this process. So
Amazing.
we had every thing divided in three categories: physical, mental, and vital. That's how the learning process was in this integral education. So physically, we would make activities where we would focus on their physical growth, say dexterity, flexibility, body coordination, hand-limb coordination, anything to do with the body, strength, stamina, you know. So activities were designed to develop these faculties. Then mental we had focusing on their ability to pay attention, observation, estimation. So
Wow.
we would focus on that. And the most important is vital. See, I'm getting goosebumps when I talk about it. Vital, where we make them
I'm excited.
um, emotionally independent. We help them to socialize. We make them um, do teamwork, harmonious teamwork, group work. So connecting them to their vital core. And that's how we had activities to do in each particular area just to develop these qualities in them. So for another aspect that I later focused on. So for the first 4 years, I focused on the mainstream where I was experiencing all these faculties with the children. And then the last 3 years, I took up one aspect and I focused on body awareness. So with body awareness, I really focused on the detailing of this particular aspect. So it is as simple as focusing on the response of your body to each and every movement. So for example, if I have a movement where I am raising my hand, okay. Now if I just do it as a movement, it just looks as a movement. But if I have developed body awareness, I will make sure that my entire body responds to this movement. So when I feel it, when I let my entire body respond to it, see, this is what happens. So what am I doing when I have developed
Goosebumps
body
on
awareness?
me now.
What am I doing when I have developed body awareness is I have felt it in all parts of my body, and I am breathing through the movement. And since I'm breathing through the movement, I'm aware of how my body is responding to this one hand that I'm raising. And in this process, an emotion is getting generated. And that emotion is bringing happiness on my face, which is coming across as an expression, as
Yes.
a facial expression. So it's not artificial, but it is something which is deeply felt.
Yeah.
That is what body awareness does. So
Correct.
what I urge people to do if they are into practicing a dance form, it's very essential that we develop body awareness, not only as dancers, but even in our daily lives. Physical health is important, right? So if we take care of ourselves, not only in terms of what you eat and uh, your diet or nutrition plans that you're following, but what are you doing with your body? So with body awareness, you kind of connect with your body. Like,
Correct.
for example, take your legs.
Huh.
Look at your legs, connect with your legs, see what all things your legs can do. Okay, you can walk, you can jump, you can run, you can walk backwards, you can go up on your toes, you can go on your heels, you can oscillate, you can squat, you can bend. There are so many things you can do with
Yes,
your
yes,
legs.
yes,
So
yes.
that goes with each and every part of your body. So in this process, what happens is you get very conscious of how you're using your body at every particular point in your life, and that contributes in making you aware of your posture. So your posture starts getting aligned, and physically you become healthier. So it's not only the mind, it's about the connection that you establish with your own self. And what happens is then with every conscious step that you take, being aware of your body, you're breathing. You're breathing into every particular thing that you do. You're breathing in, you're breathing out. So then you don't have to consciously sit that, okay, I need to focus on my breathing. Give me 5 minutes. You don't need to do that, because every aspect of your life in which you're moving, you're doing it with your breathing. That's what body awareness does. So with children, it's a very good opportunity that you start doing with them at a younger age, because what happens is um, their posture is very important. If as a child, if their posture is corrected at the right time, by making them aware of their body, it really benefits their growing years. It really, really benefits. And along with that, another interesting part that happens is because you have developed body awareness by now, you know how to use your gestures. So, especially when you're communicating, when you're talking, when you're trying to make a point, your eye contact, the way you talk with your gestures automatically becomes very influencing, inspiring.
Yes, yes, actually. Wow, this is amazing. And it must be in the process, it must be becoming effortless for them. I mean,
Absolutely, absolutely.
I can imagine from here. It's so important in everybody's life. You were with these kids, I think how old were they? Like kindergarten?
Kindergarten and primary school. So, say the age group range could be from 3 years of age to 9, 10 years of children.
Ooh, all those batches were really blazed. I mean, the
Yes,
body.
because they realize that, oh, I love my body. So even as adults, if we start doing that, see, for what Shoma ma'am always says is, if you really want to do something, don't back it by saying that, oh, I wish I could have started earlier. Probably you are destined to do it at a particular time. So it's never too late to start anything if you really, really want to do it. If your intention is right, that, okay, I have this intention, just go for it. You
Yeah,
don't have to wait for any particular time. Probably that right time is now. So even as adults, I think if we really focus on body awareness, you will fall in love with your body and you will accept it however it is.
accept it. Yes, yes, absolutely. It is like, it is so scientific. It is so scientific. And it
True.
works two ways. I mean, if brain is sending messages to us, to our body parts and our various different body parts to do something, we can
Right.
also send messages from doing various different actions to our brain.
Very
And
true.
it's a
Very
two-way
true.
process, and it's so
Right.
scientific and it's so healthy. Oh my God. And
Absolutely. So easy and such a beautiful way to follow because you don't need any expert advice. It's all within you. You just need to connect with your own self. Answers lie within. So
ex-
another aspect with this, which Shoma ma'am really focuses on us as students at Infinity, is so once you accept your body, however it is, you also need to understand that dance looks very different on different people because everybody's body structures are very different.
yes,
So that acceptance is also very important. What looks nice on me in a particular way will look nice on the other person if they know how their body structure is. So this all comes with acceptance and knowing that, okay, if I'm tall, how can I use my height? If probably I am shorter, still, how can I enhance my posture that I look tall? And that happens. But
yes.
it will happen if you accept. Acceptance is important. And it all starts with connecting. It all starts with connecting with your own self.
Wow, wow. I'm so glad that you got an opportunity to get connected with this kind of a work doing with kids, and those kids are also so blessed to have you, to teach them in that particular age.
Right, that is so sweet.
Body awareness and everything, and to accept our body or to accept particular expression, that particular way of our own body, it is courageous. I mean, I have seen so many people that they don't express. You might be knowing that I'm working with emotional intelligence from many years now, and my
Yes,
PhD is also in emotional intelligence, and I am seeing so many adult people, so many big people, they don't know how to express, and
right,
from there the problem starts. And if
correct,
they, everybody on this earth, if they at least they know how to express their own emotions and how to
right,
accept, that if I'm doing this particular, expressing in this particular way, then maybe it is looking like this, but I actually wanted it to be looked like this, and I have to work on this. So this particular
Right.
acceptance is so important in life, and I'm
That's
so
true.
glad to know from you that you have been connected with this kind of a work for so many years.
Right.
Really very,
Right.
very glad. Also,
I
it
think
is, yes.
this experience also at school, I think for me it was very joyous because I had very good support of my coordinators at school, and the experts who trained us into integral education. They were such amazing people, and they are still spreading the work out. And both of them, Mr. Partho and Miss Gitanjali Ahuja, they both are doing so well with this. And I'm very grateful for them to touch my life in this particular way, and for me to get introduced to this particular concept. And knitting also works hand in hand with the same philosophy. So for me, I think it all just had to come together. I just had to come in order to get my life aligned. That okay, this is my sole purpose, so I will need this kind of an experience in my life. And for me, nothing clashed because both worked hand in hand, both mirrored the same philosophy. So for me, it was just a very, very peaceful and a very joyous experience.
Amazing, amazing.